I believe this is Kevin Harlan's most famous call, the way that he will be remembered. All the work he does every week, he works very hard, but nothing will ever be larger than this, not the Packers, not the Super Bowl.
And now guarding Steph Curry comes up with the steal.
Pickpockets him, Leonard! If you've got the hammer, you've got to use it.
I don't think that's his best. I think his best is the other one, the longer call. That's a decent one, but this is the best one.
Oh, there's a cat. A black cat has taken the field. A black cat is running from the 20 to the near side, the 10. From the 39 in Dallas, here's a short throw down the middle, caught by Ingram. Caught at the 35, went to the 30. Now the cat running the other way, and so is Ingram at the 30 to the 25 to the 24-yard line. It's a catch run of 15. Now the cat is stopped at the 50.
So is it bad luck for the Giants? Is it bad luck for the Cowboys?
I don't know, but they've stopped playing. The players with hands on hips are watching the cat run and zigzag all over the field. He's
Black
at the
Cat
8.
doesn't know that it was last Thursday that was Halloween. Thursday night football, not Monday night football.
He's a little bit late. Now he's at the 5. He's walking to the 3. He's at the 2. And the cat is in the CDW red zone. CDW, people who get it now, a policeman, a state trooper has come on the field, and the cat runs into the end zone. That is a touchdown. And the cat is elusive, kind of like Barkley and Elliott, but he didn't know where to go. Look at, they're trying to corner him, and they got him in the end zone. There are state troopers all around this cat, which now climbs up into the stands, and the fans are running for their life. Now it goes back on the field again, and it's running in the back of the end zone, and it runs up the tunnel.
Do you have a personal favorite?
I haven't heard. I haven't heard the entirety of that. I would say nothing to do with drunks or wild animals on the field. No, that probably would not be my first choice. You know, I'd like to say that I'm working toward a call in a game, in a moment that that I'll remember. They've been lucky for me that I've had a lot of great performances I've been able to call. But I always like to think my best call is ahead of me, but I don't know that it will involve a drunk or an animal. Maybe it will. Like if Dan Le Batard ran out there, that would be, I think, worthy of
a drunk animal.
Slowly.
Yes.
I'm not saying drunk or an animal. I'm just saying if he just ran out there.
He's
for whatever.
lumbering.
Lumbering, yes.
You thought Trevor Lawrence was slow.
Yeah. The strides of Le Batard. Yeah.
Look at him. Yes, he's dressing it up a little bit. So your next call is your favorite call. Did you just do that to me, Harlan? You've got a career. How long have you been doing this that you're still in a place where your next call is going to be your best call? Like I began calling games in my room when I was like 11 years old. And I told you the Lambeau Field story, and was actually our high school in Green Bay had a radio station, 10 watts, reached 10 miles. And I did games when I was 14. And our high school games, and then that led to some other work in the Green Bay area with commercial stations, and then kind of heaped on. So 50 years, 51 years or whatever. I don't know what else I could do. Actually, my wife said, what else could you do? I said, there's nothing. I don't know that I could do anything else. So I'm lucky I found something that at least I enjoy. It feels to you the same? After 50 years, it feels to you, it still has the same stuff in it that challenges you, and because you're always looking for improvement, you can't be as hungry as you were, right? That's not possible.
Well, I'm almost now to the point where I really want to just make sure that I am improving, as I mentioned, maintaining and not messing up in any way, because when you do, then that draws attention, and I just soon not have that angle hit me. So it's harder to leave to do a game. Not that I feel more pressure, but the business is changing, and the stakes with these NFL games are so immense. Like the numbers that are watching these games and the knowledge of the fans that are watching them have never been greater. The fan has never been smarter, and the viewership has never been higher, and the league has never been held in such a position, I think, and continues to grow and is the most popular sport, and doing 2 of those games every weekend. It's the responsibility that probably drives me a little bit. and making sure that I'm really buttoned down. Because when you say something that's not even, that may be just a little bit off, man, fans know. And
I
they
can't
know
believe I can't believe that fear is still there for you. I can't believe that.
Yeah. I mean, fear is probably not the right word. It's more responsibility. Just because there's not a broadcaster in the business that would not give everything to be an NFL network broadcaster. And same with the NBA. You could line them up, and knowing that and what's at stake every single game just makes you, you're not nervous. There's no fear, but you need to be alert and present and just you got to be on your game. I mean, probably not too different than how you all feel going up against the competition of the business on your side of it, on your.
Did you not just hear how all of us were talking during that segment? We don't quite have that standard around here. Prime Video's
Good call, Black.
NBA coverage begins October 24th with a Friday night doubleheader. What is the worst attention you've gotten? You articulated it well when you said you're respecting the responsibility. It's not fear. You just always respect the responsibility, because any one sentence on live can get you buried. So the worst attention you've gotten is what? 51 years. That's a long ass time to not have one off the top of your head.
Oh, I cannot think of one right now, but I'm sure there are. And, and it doesn't even have to be anything monumental. It can be just a wrong identification, wrong name that you've gotten, just not cognizant of the situation in the game, things like that show that, all right, he does have some mental acuity. There is a responsibility to just make sure that you are really present. You can't, it's 3 hours of not letting your focus dip at all. Incredibly hard to do, to keep focus for 3+ hours and not doing NFL, and 2+ doing college or certainly the NBA, and to make sure that you are prepared mentally and everything else. That's kind of the challenge. You cannot lose your focus, because when you lose your focus, that's when the mistakes happen, for sure.
We don't make any of those around here. Our internet is always perfect, and we always speak cleanly. Kevin, thank you for being on with us. Always good talking to you.
Dan, thank you so much, and thanks to your great crew. I sure appreciate the time.
Thank you, sir. He's as good as there is in the business, and you can hear why, because he never relaxes on the laurels of knowing he's as good as there is in the business. I don't think of people like that as having those kinds of, we're not going to call them fears. It's obviously standards, but having standards so high, I would think that he would have the confidence by now that he would just come into the game and just know that he's good at it. I don't know when that happens for somebody, if it doesn't happen after 51 years.